try this again. I'm using the Creator Studio on Facebook. I'm going to keep going even if it breaks on me like it has been. Yep, it broke. All right. Some issues with Facebook going live, but I know that it's actually still recording. Anyways, what's up, everybody? I wanted to talk to you today about the number one thing preventing you from progressing towards your goals and on your goals. And the thing is this, a lot of us, we have reasons that we can come up with in our head that we're not reaching our goals. These reasons that are holding us back. For instance, I don't have the resources, I don't have the time, I don't have the employees, I currently have too much going on. These are all reasons we come up with, and even maybe leave some of your reasons below. I'd like to hear them and speak into that a little bit to show you as proof that this is true so that you can grow. What I want to do is I want to help you grow here and realize that the reasons that you give, the reasons that you come up with why you can't progress towards your goals all stem around fear. Now, before you say, everybody's been saying that, I'm not afraid of anything. Why would you say that? You can constantly ask why in reverse, and it always points to an event that occurred either to you, something you experienced or saw happen, that then you have some sort of a fear that you've built a fortress around your goals that are preventing you from reaching them. And so, for instance, let me break this one down. The money resource. I don't have the money I need to go after my goals. How is that fear? Well, it's fear because you're actually afraid to make the choices and the changes in your life that would bring in the resources that you need to go after your goals. You say, well, I don't have the time to do that. I don't have the luxury to. I would go broke if I did that. Then you have fear of what might happen if you shifted your schedule around, if you maybe worked a little bit harder, worked more hours to reach your goals, to go after that goal, or if you made choices to maybe stop doing something that you've always done. And there's a fear of what that might look like if you did that. And so the fear is above the goal that you have, okay? I don't have enough time to do this. You have a fear of what would happen if I changed my schedule and didn't do some of the things that I am doing now to accomplish my goals. Or I'm working so much I don't have time to do it, okay? The fear is what would happen if you cut your hours down at your job, got a different job that paid you more with less hours, or shifted your schedule in that way. You see what I'm saying here? Another one is, I have too much going on right now. You have a fear of what would happen if you handed off some of those things that are going on to other people, and there's a pride of you doing them that is preventing you from going after your goal. So if you set your goal up, this isn't going to happen overnight, and it's stair step. 1% of a percent even of an improvement is progress and success towards your goals. But what prevents us from progressing always stems around some sort of fear that we're coming up with reasons and excuses why we can't do something. And so I can point this in anything. There's usually the fear is down here, and then you have fancy clothes on top with a story that you're believing that this is why you can't reach it. But underneath all of that is some sort of a fear that is preventing you from making a decision and taking a specific action that would allow you to reach that goal. So one of them was, I actually talked to a friend of mine. She was had some fear holding her back about writing a book. And we boiled it down to this simple fact. She was afraid of what leaders in her life might think if she wrote this book, that maybe she would be going against their direction. So she was afraid of what would happen if she stepped out. And I just said, here's the deal. A, I know for a fact a leader would love for you to step out and grow. And B, you're putting them as your excuse, as your reason. You're not taking personal responsibility for the choices that you're making. So that's the other thing, is not taking responsibility for the things that you yourself believe about yourself, about what you deserve. And you're afraid to make the choices and act in a way that somebody who would be progressing towards those goals that you said that you have. Take a look at somebody, if you have a goal, and then look at somebody who has reached that goal. How do they act? How do they talk? Who do they hang out with? What do they watch? What do they spend their time doing? What activities are they doing? And if you are not doing those things and you're not setting up your life in a way that would allow you to create your life, I'm not talking about copying other people either. This is about setting it up for yourself. In fact, I have goals that are huge, enormous, but I've also seen how some people have reached those goals, and I don't want to do it that way, but I'm creating my own life that fits into those goals in a unique way and actually reinventing how it's been done in the past. And that's what I'm trying to do with these videos here, is encourage you in that. And so here's the deal. That is what is stopping you from achieving your goals, from progressing even. Progress is success. I don't even want to say succeeding in your goals, but actually progressing and making a compound progress towards your goals is some sort of a fear. So for instance, well, what's holding us back is we're just not getting the customers we need. Okay, well, there's actually fear of what would happen if we've done something this way all the time and it's not working, and we actually eliminated that completely and did it a completely different way. There's fear of what that might look like, but we don't even know that subconsciously. I've seen that happen. For instance, a decision. Let's say you've done things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in an order all the time, and it's just not working how you want it to, and you need to leverage that growth in a way that's going to work. Maybe what if we took steps 3 and 4 out of it, and you did steps 1, 2, and 5? If that allowed you to then progress towards your goal faster, there is a fear of removing steps 3 and 4. This is what I'm trying to break down here. And it might not be a fear, but it might just be the fear of the unknown, the fear of what you don't know won't happen, but you don't know what you don't know. And so when you do something and you make a choice and decision and you take action, you can then learn, and it becomes knowledge that you do know. And if it didn't work out better than how it was before, you can always go back to how you did it. That's something that a lot of people don't realize as well. If you make a big choice, a change in your life, you can usually fall back on what did work for you if the next one didn't work, and you can kind of like go back to you'll always fall back to the level that you were comfortable. You usually won't fall further than that comfort zone, and that's okay. That's actually being okay with and having a failure tolerance, but knowing that the choices, then you have to get back up, adjust how you did it, and then go forward again. So that's the number one thing preventing people from progressing towards their goals, is fear. And I did a podcast, episode number 5 of my podcast last week, on this and how to break that, the decisions, the beliefs, the choices. We have beliefs about experiences in our life that create these beliefs about our identity that impact how we act, what we do, the interactions we make, the friends we have, and it influences our life and prevents us from progressing towards our goals. And so make a commitment today to take a look at your life and be honest, and start going after your goals and start writing this down and get serious about this thing. And you will start to see results and change and improvements if you get serious about this. I promise you that. Have a good one, everybody, and we will talk soon. Because Facebook is broken, I have to figure out how to turn off this live recording. I'll end the Instagram though. And now we go over to Facebook. There's no window or button on here for me to actually end the live recording. So that's why I have to figure out how to actually do that. Here we go. End live video. Oh, it died on me. Let's see. End live video. I'm going to close this window.